So after the everything crashed in the Great Depression, the idea was to fireproof the banks. Back in the olden times, they built towns out of wood, and they built the buildings so close together and everything. And one of their major fears was fire, because if one building, one structure caught on fire, it just swept through the towns. It would burn an entire small town to the ground. So very much in the same thought processes, they wanted to fireproof banks. So they didn't want banks to be too closely connected and dependent on each other, so that if one caught fire, it would affect the others. The fire could be stopped. So they wanted a different structure, and they wanted separation. This was the original idea. And they wanted protection. But ultimately, you can't protect people from themselves. So now the banks and the system and the stock market and everything has evolved into one big glob. And they're overnight trading, and they're overnight loaning, and they're overnight borrowing, and it's all one big glob, just like an old small town in the Wild West that was built out of wooden buildings. And the fire would just sweep through. Well, this is what our banking system has become today, because you can't protect people from themselves. They're doing things to themselves. It's going to affect us just as it affected the small towns in the 1800s. The fire just sweeps through, and then it affects the populace, and the towns disappear. And I'm afraid we're in that situation with our banking system, monetary system, the whole financial system, the economy. Everything is one big glob. And since you can't protect people from themselves, it's inevitable that disaster strike. Just my thoughts on that subject.